Hi Pisces, welcome to your quantum reading. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. As always, welcome to my cross watchers. Cross watcher, you could be dealing with a Pisces. The message could be for you, so feel free to take it however it resonates with you and your situation. Keep in mind that these are general and timeless readings. If you're wanting to book a one-on-one, my website information is down below in the description box. Just go ahead and subscribe your email there. That way you'll always get an email notification every time my availability opens up. You can also follow me over on Instagram. That information is also down below. I just post quite a bit more things about quantum physics and things over there that I don't feel like I can completely say over here on YouTube. So that's where I have that if you guys want to jump over there. And as always, thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing. Thanks for all the ways you've supported the channel. Let's dive in here. Okay. You've got the King of Swords is popping out over here, and I just want to grab one more. One thing I was getting for you, Pisces, is like something about your flexibility. I was kind of getting that things could be shifting and moving you to like different frequencies of energies. Let me explain this because that's such a generalized thing that is like, okay, Joss, what do you mean? So what I'm seeing, visualizing a little bit, is that kind of like metaphorically your little pond that you're in now, like you probably could move to a bigger pond. Okay, like a lake or something. Do you know what I mean? Where the ecosystem would be different. Okay, because it could be something about elementals or like, you know, the cycle of the fish that eat the fish. I feel like something about that energy is making you, it could be moving you to this, whatever this new beginning is, that Fool card. Yeah, I think there's something here. Oh, this is what it is. Okay, we have the Hermit card. Okay, first off, I want to say, oh, there you are on the bottom. I was like, oh, look at you. Okay, I am totally going to take that. That's you right there. The Chariot is underneath it, but I'm not going to grab it. Okay, so that's kind of what I was getting. Typical, I think someone is gathering information about you. It could be a very knowledgeable person. Also... what I was gonna say a little bit, there could be energies that are wanting to grasp onto you because you are free-spirited or something at the core of you. It could be kind of like this energy. Okay, you might be moving into this a little bit where you just kind of like want to be free, not really tied down, which might be interesting. And it could be because you have a lot of clarity. I mean, this could be you as far as like your level of knowledge or intelligence. It could be kind of like that you're coming to a mature level of awareness that maybe not a lot of other people see or can relate with or understand. So you kind of are detached a little bit from most energies, which interestingly makes you more attractive. Like more people will want to attach to you. I don't know why that happens. It's a very interesting law of attraction thing, but I'm kind of getting that a little bit, that your detachment is making people which could be a blessing and a burden. It's almost like your level of knowledge that you have at this point, and maybe even your intuition. It's kind of like, yeah, you might be struggling with this a little bit. Yeah, there's visioning. What is this? Giving. Okay. So, okay. I'm going to talk about these a little bit. So, new chapter is opening up. I think that it could be a new chapter where you just feel free. I don't know how that is. Maybe you're getting ready to do something and you have all this knowledge that you've accumulated, okay? And now you're at this point of maybe just spending some time on your own to really try to like think about what your next move is, and you're kind of calculating and moving and flexing between both of these two archetypes, which I find fascinating. But I do think also, like, there's an entanglement here, but I do think that you are going to, there could be a person that wants to interact with you, okay? I do think this is a person currently that you are not connected with for whatever reason. I think that you are this, like, you're kind of this full Queen of Cups, and someone else could be here on the side that's kind of, this is hilarious. Yeah, that is Virgo, and this is air energy. This person's very intelligent. Okay. Very interesting. Do I dare put these cards out? Okay, so we have visioning. Yes. A vision for you. We have a blessing and a burden. Okay, this is fascinating. Okay, Pisces, I feel as though there could be a particular person that's looking at you and could be thinking about interacting with you in some way, shape, or form, and you might be feeling them. Queen of Cups with that channel open, it could be that you feel a person deeply. You can sense them, your intuition picks up on them entanglement-wise, like you are just connected to this person for some reason. And it could just be because, like, they're thinking a lot about you. I have seen that happen. So it could be something too about, like, maybe your energy is just a little bit too open in some way. I don't know if you need to create some better boundaries, like, for your own energy, like, whatever that means. Maybe it's something related to diet, but I am getting a particular person, like, if you're okay with it, I mean, fine, but you do have the giving card. I wonder if there's a person here that wants to give to you, or is hoping that you might give to them of some of your abundance. Are you going to stay? Okay, let's get some info on this. Two of Pentacles. Okay. I think you and this person are very back and forth and indecisive about this. It's like, and it could be because along with this connection, it's like there is a blessing and a burden to this in some way, shape, or form. And it could be that this person might be aware that if they want to be connected with you, you will bring, like, a huge amount of blessing into the life. But there could be also something here about, like, some weight that they'd have to carry or you'd have to carry. It's kind of like the you know, like, when you come to an understanding about people's, like, energy that they're carrying that you kind of have to put up with to kind of receive the blessings. That's kind of good what I'm getting from this person. That vision, that giving card is not really happy in that direction. Okay, let's see. Six of Cups. Okay, there was a past interaction. All right. Okay, so this card, I'm going to put it at the top because we have the Star card. I think that that's you just in general. And I'm going to say that you are still kind of like back and forth between some past energy. Oh, this is what it is. You are still of two minds about a particular person that you are at a distance from, and it's actually keeping you from your new beginning. There's a new beginning that's calling to you. And that's why I was talking at the beginning about these, like, bigger ponds that are available to you. There's a bigger pond for you. There's like a different ecosystem that you could get involved in that would completely shift your energy that you might not even be aware of. So it's kind of like, yeah, if you're kind of getting this sense where there's energies around you and you have this high level of, like, awareness, or you just absorbed a lot of information, Pisces. Like, if you've spent a lot of time just educating yourself in particular ways, or you are highly educated, I'm getting that you are attracting a particular person that maybe wants to learn from your mind. Like, they could be fascinated by the way that you think, because maybe you have almost like an air-like quality to your level of intelligence or articulation or communication. So it's something about that energy that I do think someone's coming towards you. They're still deliberating about it, super back and forth. I think because this person is aware that maybe being connected with you, you have this huge blessing that you could like give to this person's life. But at the same time, they feel like also there'd be some baggage or something like a burden that they would be connected to that you are carrying in some way. I don't know, whatever that means. But I do get the sense that day to day, it kind of depends. Sometimes you shift back and forth between these two states of energies where you feel like life is a huge blessing and you're healing, and that's the light that's coming in it sometimes. And then something happens to you where you shift into a different state. It's almost like this, I freaking love her cards. It's kind of like there's this part of you that becomes very constricted and nailed down to the current reality that you have. And then there's this free spirit part of you that kind of like shifts and alternates into a different form of a life or reality that you kind of want to experience, but you haven't allowed yourself yet. And that's probably the emphasis that I want to touch on, is you haven't allowed yourself yet. And there could be certain things about your mind that are still kind of keeping you in the sameness of what you have been doing. And that could be bringing up a whole wide range of emotions for you to experience, right? So here's the thing too, there is a past connection coming in. And I do feel like the reason why I'm bringing up a little bit of this residual energy, Mercury is officially out of shadow retrograde period. Thank freaking goodness. So what I'm seeing here though is until the end of February, so there's still a couple of days after you guys see this, that you might have a residual Venus retrograde shadow, because Venus was retrograde shadow until the very end of February, I believe. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure that I researched that somewhere. Which also means that you could have an ex that resurfaces, or you could have a health issue that resurfaces, or an emotional wound that comes back for one last go around. And you're like, what the F? I thought we already dealt with this. And it's kind of like another, like, it could be your own emotional state and the entanglement of still feeling connected to another person that these are the memories of your past that are kind of igniting something chemically, and it's connected to another person and they feel it. I'm telling you, whatever has happened on the energetic level of quantum physics, there is something to that. I have seen way too many crazy things that I'm like, no, this is totally legit. Okay, so anyway, so we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, there's communication coming in. I feel like there's still an energy that you're connected to, Pisces, and it's a toxic entanglement, and it shifts you. And so this could be that you're putting your boundaries down. You could be going no contact or officially cutting contact from some type of energy, whatever that looks like for you. But that's what's going to come from it, is some sort of power that's going to become ignited from you, or creativity. I also feel like you're searching for that right now at this time. That's what you've been reaching for, is this new thing, this new spark. And I think it's going to come in with a bit of a bang, because there's the lovely little Tower card, okay? You're not meant for this past energy anymore. That's why, the only reason why I could see a Tower moment is because there's something here where energetically your mind is still kind of like thinking about some things from the past, whatever this thing is. Could be a person. I do think it's a person that you feel like you have to stay at a distance from. And I think that there are things that happen that are completely out of your control that make it like you have no other choice, because you actually receive like a pretty significant sign, maybe physically or emotionally, that you cannot go towards this thing anymore. Either a person or a thing, whatever that is. You're like, do not touch it. No, Pisces, like the universe slaps you on the hand whenever you go towards this thing. It's like, no. And that energy does want to give to you. But I do think that it splits you into two separate consciousness. And every time that happens, you go through this little bit of a shift where you have to like be on track, and this truth comes to you, and like all of a sudden then you have to reach from this, because the Tower, it's interesting how this played out, because the Tower is before the Star card. So it's kind of like you might start taking some new actions, like doing things spontaneously or doing things out of your normal routine to try to create a different like response for yourself, because the Fool card could be a brand new chapter. You're wanting it and desiring it, and so you're trying to find ways to ignite that for yourself, because you're aware of this thing that's going on and what it does to you. This awareness is coming to you. It's kind of like you revert. King of Swords is like you have all this cognitive awareness, but I think emotionally there's a different response. There's something about the different energies inside of you are communicating with one another. So your brain is kind of like maybe even feeling a bit different than, obviously, it thinks different than your emotions, which is fascinating because like your thoughts create your emotions. So there's something here where you continue to allow your mind to go to a particular place, and it pulls out this whole pattern. And so here's what's interesting. You have the Six of Wands, okay? That's some type of recognition. I do think that you are kind of conquering some type of a process, coming out victoriously out of something. Okay, are you ready for this? Okay, this is very interesting, because in your mind, you have the Eight of Swords. Now, the fact that you have the Visioning card right next to the Eight of Swords kind of tells me this Eight of Swords are particular thoughts that keep you, like I talked about with this card, that there are certain thoughts that are releasing chemicals within inside of your body that either keep you feeling stuck and restricted. It's like you're gonna have to decidedly shift out of that and envision and create. It's a very creative process for you over this next week to create a completely different reality. This might be a bit of the challenge. I think you're up for it. I think that over this next week, you could be catching someone's eye, whoever this Emperor could be. It's possible you could be catching an Emperor's eye when you're in this state, Six of Wands, kind of like standing out. So there could be possibly a business owner, or this could be a father. There's someone here that is taking very close awareness to whatever you're doing right now, whatever your process is and your actions. There's someone here that is very much aware of you, and there's literally the Page of Swords on the bottom. You have a lot of stalkerish energies, Pisces, I'm not gonna lie, or just like people watching, maybe wanting to connect with you, something like that. Anyway, yeah, keep in mind what I said about the visioning a different reality, because I think that's going to be key for you. But let me dive into the extended. We'll see whatever else wants to come out. If you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Go down below, click on the Vimeo link, and I'll see you over there. But Pisces, if this is where we leave things, I'm sending you so much love, wishing you all the very best, and I'll see you in your next reading. Take care.